Millions of college seniors are set to enter the job market over the next few weeks and months. And by all accounts, the class of 2014 should have an easier time finding full-time work versus, say, 5 years ago during the throes of the financial crisis. So where are this year's grads going after they leave school? UCLA Career Director Kathy Sims joins us. Geni Harclerode at the University of Michigan is with us as well. And the Dean of Tulane's undergraduate school, James Maclaren, joins us too. Welcome to all of you. Ms. Sims, let me start with you if I could. Where are grads being lured to? Who's recruiting from UCLA?
Well, actually, it's a very diverse employment scene here at UCLA, and we have a lot of students who are looking at very different kinds of options. But, you know, we have strong interest from the large defense contractors and technical firms. And at the same time, we have a lot of opportunities in government and social service agencies. So it's quite extensively broad in this particular year.
And Geni, what about for you at University of Michigan?
Yeah,
traditionally very strong with Wall Street.
I would agree with Kathy. I mean, certainly we see a lot of those same sorts of sectors that she mentioned. In addition, certainly all the the major consulting firms. Healthcare is really big for our graduates, and a lot of them, excitingly, are opting for opportunities in what we might call a gap year, some service-based opportunities like City Year, Teach for America, things like that.
That's a very positive development because that was not the case in the past. James, what about you? Weigh in.
I think a lot of the similar trends here at Tulane. We're seeing, because of our strong emphasis academically on public service within the curriculum, a lot of students looking at Teach for America, Peace Corps, but also a good number going up to Wall Street and working in New York.
I find that interesting because, for so many years, Wall Street has been hated, but I guess perhaps this latest round of graduates thinks that perhaps they can change the world a little bit and make a difference. Is that the case, James? Or is it simply the money?
Yeah, it's probably a little bit of both. I think our students do have a social conscience, and when I look at some of our alums who have been successful in Wall Street, they've been very philanthropic. And so, yes, I would say that they do want to give back to their communities.
Yeah, Kathy, weigh in on the full-time versus the part-time debate that's waging. I was recently up at Marist College, and there was some worry by some of the graduates that maybe full-time work would not be as easy to get as say in years past. What are you hearing?
Well, I think the real story is that finally students are recognizing that it's not about what they do during their senior year to connect with full-time employment, but it's really about what they've been doing throughout their entire academic experience to connect with internships and employers who are sourcing full-time employees at a much earlier stage in their academic experience. So, I honestly have not, we don't have that as a primary trend or concern on our campus, but I do know that students often opt to look at opportunities on a part-time basis because they're not comfortable with the full-time marketplace as it is right now, but not
Geni,
here so much at UCLA.
Okay, Geni, I'm going to give you this last question. It's a little bit off topic, but I was reading in the New York Times last week about the Obama administration's move to put in a rating system for universities. And I know that a lot of the liberal arts colleges feel that will put them at a disadvantage because of the tracking mechanisms that are proposed to be put in place. What about University of Michigan? What do you think about that, and what are you hearing about it?
I think the most important thing is for people to realize that the job search process is something that sometimes takes time. And so while certainly we might see that some graduates, have their job in hand by cap and gown time, not all industries are going to align perfectly. And so understanding that, most of our graduates, by 3 to 6 months out, are either, happily employed or in their graduate or professional program of choice.
All right. Thank you all very much. Appreciate it. Great to have you with us, and our best of luck to the whole class of 2014.